Okay. Good morning, beloveds. I think I'm awake. I've been for a walk. I've washed my hair. I can't sit on my seat in the couch because there's a cat in it, but that's neither here nor there because I'm doing this. So here we are. And I'm trying to figure out this little lump you see up here in the corner right there. That's Giovanni. Yeah. So, and I just can't figure out the light here. I think I've got it as best as I can get it. So, and hopefully today he gets a chance to look at the fan and we'll find out if he can do it or if we're just going to pay somebody to do it. Okay. So we are doing New Design for Living. Let's do the housekeeping. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. If you will email that will get you on the email list. You get one email a week, unless something unusual happens. It's usually weather related because, we live on the Gulf Coast. It's a real person doing it. He just doesn't have time for more than that. So you don't have to worry about being overwhelmed by emails. Tells you what's going on for the week and the month. The hot links are hot. So if it says click here now, it'll either take you right to the information or to the person that can help you get it. And it's a blind CC, which means nobody's going to see your email. You won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. And we are not going to sell our email list either, so you don't have to worry about that. All right. And then I mentioned the social media for two reasons. One, we're doing this on social media. And two, because we don't monetize the social media. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is go like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you are on. If you allow notifications, then it lets you know when we go live or upload new videos. And then you can also engage with the individual post by commenting, sharing, reacting to the posts, the individual posts. That bumps us in the algorithms, and then more people see our stuff. We think we have good tools to share. We hope you agree with us, and that is a free and easy way that you can support the center. Okay. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark based on which platform you are on. So there's that. All right. I think that's everything. Did I say I was the running Rev Ryan across the social medias? Okay. So New Design for Living. This is a book that was written towards the end of Ernest's career, and now we are, I think, in 4 chapters in, and it appears that this is a process. What Ernest has set out to do is to lay out how to do science of mind. That's why it's called A New Design for Living. I picked this one because, one, it looked short. They're short category. They're short little sections. So I was giving myself some grace in the morning. But it was also the new year. And what better of a time to try something new than the new year? So here we are. And as I said, we are in chapter 4, Your New Freedom. And the article that we are going to tackle today is called You Don't Forget. There are many aspects of humanity's mind that we have not mentioned. When we speak of our mind, we usually refer to the activity of it, which constitutes our everyday mode of thought. The process of thinking, of ascertaining the condition of the world about us through our senses, our self-knowingness, or consciousness. Another aspect of our mind may be referred to as the subconscious or the deeper realm, which contains all that we have thought, felt, and experienced, which is actually a really good description of the subconscious. So you know what? Hey, let me grab that. It's a really good description of the subconscious mind. At the subconscious level is also centered an intelligent activity of life that automatically beats our heart, circulates our blood, fills our lungs, focuses our eyes, and directs all processes of assimilation, elimination, and circulation. We have said that our total thought content creates our experiences. Okay? Our total thought content creates our experiences. which is why we don't have to worry too much about the individual weeds. We just got to worry if we got a lot of those little individual weeds. This means that the sum total of both conscious thought and thought which has been stored in the subconscious as memory, insomuch as there is no volition, no initiative in the subconscious, we find that it is subject to the conscious mind. It takes direction from it, believes all that is passed into it or onto it. It does not reason, it reacts. It does not reason, it reacts. That seems to be a very good reason not to put stuff in your subconscious that you don't want. Because it doesn't think about it, it just reacts to it. Okay. And all because the subconscious mind holds more in storage than the conscious mind could ever entertain at one time, we see that what we experience through the creative nature of our thought is mostly determined by the larger content of the subconscious. Well, that's interesting. Which is why I guess it's a good idea to go clean out our storage locker every now and again. From one point of view, it might appear that the subconscious is more important than the conscious. But on the other hand, we find that it is neither more important nor less important. One task which confronts the individual is to learn how to control the content of the subconscious. However, this does not mean to manhandle it, fight it, or look upon it as an enemy. Rather, we should consider it as an obedient servant, plastic and willing, ready and waiting, dynamic and certain in its acceptance of ideas we implant in it. Hang on. Okay. When we are able to give it a proper content through constructive thinking, we shall find that our total thought content will so change that the same law which may now bind us will provide us with a greater freedom. Freedom from want, illness, and unhappiness. It is interesting to note that throughout history, the great thinkers have come to realize that life itself is an infinite thinker. God, whose thoughts operate as law, producing and maintaining the physical universe. We find that the same thing occurs in our own lives. The entire body of our thought, that which we are now consciously thinking, as well as that which is stored in our subconscious, acts as the law of our experience. Once we come to know the manner in which thought, past and present, acts as law, we can forget any explanation of its operation. Wait, what? Once we come to know the manner in which thought, past and present, acts as law, we can forget any explanation of its operation and merely endeavor to so guide our thinking that the sum total of our thought will be on the plus side, providing desirable results. Okay, in other words, once we know how it works, we don't have to worry about it anymore. We can just worry about the content. Okay, I think I got that. As we become aware of the fact that we are confronted by no limitations other than the ones we set for ourselves. Oh, I just lost my highlighter cap. Oh, well, I'll find it in a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, as we become aware of the fact that we are confronted by no limitations other than the ones we set for ourselves, this does not mean that we have the power to command the revolutions of the planet, or set the mountains in their place, or create the oceans and the rivers. Okay, that was a random place to go. But we can control our actions and reactions in and to life. And in the end, isn't that what we want? in our personal world of experience, we are certainly given the privilege to be happy or unhappy, to be whole or incomplete. But we can control our actions and reactions. And I think that's the biggest thing, is the difference is, are we constantly reacting to things or are we responding to things? And there is a difference, because a response requires thought. When we respond to things, we sit down and we think about it. Now, here's the thing. Reactions are important because there are times that we need to make split-second decisions. You have a moment to make a decision. I was on my way to work yesterday and a woman pulled out in front of me. And my reaction was to slam on my brakes. Fortunately, there was nobody behind me because, otherwise, there was somebody, but they were far enough back that they saw what was happening, so they could avoid me. That was a reaction. Okay. That was a trained reaction. And so all of this work that we do, consciously and working on our subconscious, that is what we are working on. 99% of the time, we want to respond to things. Okay. And when we have done our subconscious work, we have cleaned out that subconscious, locker. We know what's in there, and we can store stuff in places so that we don't react to things. Then, we get to choose how we respond to things. But the other part of training our subconscious and our conscious minds is about that reaction. Okay. So that when we are put in a situation where we have to react to something, that we can react in a positive and constructive way. And that is super, super important, because we're going to react to things. Even when we would rather respond to things. There are going to be moments that you're going to have to do that. Well, all of that subconscious work will support you reacting in positive and constructive ways. So he's right. Like, everything that you have ever thought, seen, done, that's all up in there, even if you are no longer aware of it. And so it is important that we get in there and we dust everything off every once in a while. Not necessarily everything, but and we store it appropriately so that when we react to things, we are not reacting on old patterns, that we have set in new and positive patterns. So do that subconscious work. All right. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a you got this day, a go dance in the sunshine day because it's bright and sunny out there, a drink plenty of water day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a do what you got to do day, a make sure you take some time for yourself day, a, get on that subconscious locker cleaning out day, a take the time to respond when you can day, a get together a plan day, a let's take care of business day, a I think I'm out of words day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call it, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move on into the process of my day. So I'm going to remind you, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9-ish tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next.